Dragon's Den winner demanded £6,000 from an ex-employee for a good reference and then wrote bad ones. And she's been jailed for 2 years. This is about Nicola Fletcher, the Queen of High Vis. And she stopped Lorraine Davis from getting a job, and she was unemployed for 9 months. The court heard how Nicola had wanted to bury Miss Davies, her former assistant, for bringing an employment tribunal claim following a rout at the badminton horse trials over mould in her accommodation. Under an out-of-court settlement, Nicola had to pay £3,000 in costs plus a further £3,000 in termination and bonus payment, as well as offering assurances that she would provide a good reference. But when Lorraine was offered a job at a veterinary hospital and quoted Nicola for a referee, she received a letter from Nicola. It stated, "A reference has been called upon. Please tick which box you would like. A reference full of lies in exchange for the value of the settlement, or a reference full of truth." When Lorraine failed to respond to the letter, the bosses then pulled her job offer because they received an extremely personal reference from Nicola. It read, "To get rid of her, I had to give £2,000 tax-free and it cost me £3,000 in legal fees. So maybe the £2,000 blackmail money and the £3,000 legal fees was worth it." And a month later, Lorraine received an email from Nicola saying, "Sorry about the job, but I promised I would send a truthful reference." Lorraine was then subsequently rejected for other job applications when they asked for a reference from Nicola. Lorraine then said she ended up having to take 2 part-time jobs offering minimum wage without a reference so that she could get a job. She said, "Never in my life have I experienced such cruelty and malice as I have from Nikki. The pursuit has been relentless but also extremely calculated." In court, Nicola admitted blackmail and she was banned from contacting Lorraine indefinitely under the terms of a restraining order. The prosecution said that the bad reference prevented Lorraine from getting full-time employment, and this then continued with other job applications. In an interview, Nicola admitted her actions but said she did not see them as blackmail. She knew that it would not get her any money. She said she felt aggrieved being approached to provide a reference and said she saw her ass. She believed she was wronged in the employment dispute which she felt she was forced to settle. She hated Lorraine and wanted to get her back. And in mitigation, Nicola said this was originally a friendship and a close working relationship that turned sour, and that the original letter was sent in a fit of fury, and that she was in the grip of grief because this was 13 days after her own father had died. The sentencing judge said, "Though you talk about the amount of stress you were under, you seem to have lost sight of the effect of the victim and those closest to her. It was more than a moment of madness as you had described it." And this doesn't mean that you can't provide bad references. You can provide bad references as long as they are factual. But this obviously wasn't factual, and this caused Lorraine a lot of grief. It seems this is because Nicola wanted to get her revenge. So what would you do? Have you ever done something in the heat of the moment because you've been annoyed with someone? And do you think that's a defence?